They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, these two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. On second down, Gordon once more. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll look to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 8. Yard line, it looks like. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now Gordon on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. It probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Rodgers now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
99 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The give is to Jones. Shifts by him. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 12. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On play action, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This time they stay on the ground. And some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
115 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And finally taken down at the 34. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's 2nd and 8.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted.
Picked by Pierre Desir. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll
start at their own 24-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the route is on here in this first half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On first down, it's Gordon. And some room to run now. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On play action, they'll throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and a yard. Rodgers, and that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Looking deep for Adams. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. To Gordon out left. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Kenny Clark in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Pulled in at the 24. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Jones again on second down. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now is Rodgers. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Crosby for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On second down, Gordon once more. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends up